Hey guys, it's Siobhan. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do an introductory reading with a new deck that I just picked up by MLM Illustrations. So this is a hand illustrated deck, and this is one of the first, or I think it actually is the first ever edition that has gone out. It's not a full tarot set. It is a major arcana and then the major queens, basically. So this is the Disney Princess Tarot deck, and that's the illustration on the back of all of the cards. Really cool. I love this artist. I love her work. I absolutely love Disney princesses. Like, if you know me on a personal level, I am obsessed with Disney and Disney princesses. All of the Disney princess movies, I grew up on them. I idolize them. They really represent to me being that divine feminine. So being very balanced in the self, having trust, having faith, having love, compassion, empathy, beauty, softness, strength. All of these different aspects of the divine feminine embodied in these characters. And so I wanted to do a reading using these cards today, and we'll see what comes up, and we'll clarify with the actual Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck as well, so that we can get a little bit more clarity. And we'll just see what comes up for the collective right now, because we've been going through a lot of transitions, a lot of really big energetic shifts, and we're coming up to another major energetic portal. It seems like it's one after another, after another, after another. So the next one coming up on the 21st, we're having, oh, that Tower card wants to come out. We are having a purification process begin from the 21st to the 25th of July. And then on the 25th of July, it is considered the day out of time. This is the ending of a 13-year cycle. And then on the 26th, we have the Mayan calendar's Galactic New Year. So let's see what's going on right now. Okay, so we have the Tower, which is Tinkerbell, and we have the Hierophant with Esmeralda. Beautiful, I love these cards. And we'll get one more from here, and then we'll clarify. Just gonna reshuffle. Okay. Yeah, that's funny. I saw that one as I was shuffling. It caught my eye and then it decided to come out. So this is the Queen of Swords, and this is the humanized version of Lady Cluck Cluck, I think her name was, in the original Robin Hood with all the animals. So she's the maid of Maid Marian, and she's that big chicken. So I really like that one. It's super cool. Let me move these so that that's sort of more in view. All right, so let's get some clarifiers. But the Tower is very much about all of this energy. So a lot of the old structures are crumbling within the collective as well as on an individual level. So having Tower moments is when, for example, everything changed in Tinkerbell's life when Wendy came into the picture. She wasn't the center of attention anymore, and for her reality came crumbling down around that. But ultimately, she was able to regain control and see the bigger picture in things, and not lash out of jealousy, which she actually did, but then to end up, working together as a team against a greater evil of Captain Hook. So the Hierophant is Esmeralda. I love this because it's about higher knowledge and teaching. And she really expanded Quasimodo's mind when it came to the outer world, and she's a gypsy, so it's very much linked to mysticism, divination, that kind of thing, which is kind of the opposite of the traditional Hierophant, which is depicted as a priest. But it's the same, it's a very similar type of energy, just a completely different modality. And then the Queen of Swords is that very very clear communicator. So Lady Cluck Cluck is not afraid to express herself vocally. She's very outspoken. She's very willing to defend her territory and anyone that she holds dear, willing to cut off things that are not serving the people that she loves or herself. So that's very much where that energy comes from. And we have the Tower on the split here again. So yeah, people might be going through a lot of Tower moments right now. You guys might be feeling this energy in various different ways, you know, things that just need to change, things that need to be renewed. So for example, for me, a Tower moment that I had was related to my car. So my car's been having some issues. It's been really wobbly when I drive it, and it was stressing me out. You know, these are Tower moments. How am I going to pay for this? I can't drive anywhere. What's going on? And of course, it's related to Mercury retrograde, and there's that Tower on the bottom of the deck again. Because Mercury interferes with transportation, technology, mechanical things, communication, all of this stuff. It's all related to that Mercury retrograde energy and all those other planets in retrograde as well. But now that I actually went and got it done today, I got the car fixed, I got all new tires, I got an alignment, and now it drives like a dream, and it's smooth and it's perfect, and I was just so happy. So things have to come crumbling down. The old structures need to be removed so that new can be replaced. So my tires were split, which is not good. They were about to basically come off the rim, which is horrible. And if I'd continued driving like that, I would have gotten into an actual accident. So the Tower here is actually not that bad. It was protecting me from what could have potentially happened, which would have been much worse. So that's the wisdom. That's the wisdom in this. That's seeing it from a clearer perspective, understanding that, hi kitty, hi baby. She wants to come say hi to you guys. Understanding it from a clearer perspective and gaining the wisdom from this experience. So whatever your guys' Tower moment is, please know that this is all happening for divinely guided reasons, and it's up to us to see it from a higher perspective. So what's being taken away from you so that something better can take its place, or so that you can have something newer, or something that's safer for you, something that's better suited for you, something that's serving you. So what is this Tower energy? We're just going to get clarifiers specifically for the collective. So we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. This is all about deception, manipulation, thievery, you know, stealing, very negative type of energy. And it's coming up in reverse because this is being completely cut off, cut out, put a stop to it. That's that Tower energy. So what's leaving us is this betrayal energy, this really negative energy. So that's a good thing. Like I said, it's protecting us. This Tower energy is actually protecting us through this transition. And can I get one for the Hierophant? Oh, we have two. So we've got 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. So with the Hierophant, that really speaks to me of generational information. So this is wisdom that is passed down from your lineage, from your ancestry, through your DNA, past lives, stuff coming up for review. I know that I've had a couple of amazing readings and Reiki sessions with you guys. You know who you are. Thank you so much. And it's been really enlightening, and a lot of stuff is coming up right now about manipulation and betrayal, and about letting go of those old toxic people or old ways of thinking that really are keeping you in that energy and keeping you stuck and stagnant. So this Tower energy, again, it comes to shake it up. And then the Hierophant is that wisdom and that information. This is that 8 of Wands energy. It's fast moving energy of information and communication coming into you from this higher perspective. So, you know, stuff from past lives is really coming out right now. Things that need to be healed. Things that need to be healed on a personal level, on a generational level. So a lot of stuff coming up to do with your family's ancestry. Things that have, okay, so I'll give you an example from my own personal healing through this period of time. So I had a couple of abundance blocks, and they started from my immediate family, from my mom and dad, but they go back further than that. So my mom, she always worked full time. She worked really, really hard, but she always felt like there wasn't enough. And we lived in an expensive city. So the rent was really high, food prices were high, everything was high. And my dad was an entrepreneur. He liked to work for himself, but that meant that his income was very in flux constantly. And so my mom really had to pick up the pieces. You know, she really had to bargain shop. She really had to be thrifty. And that allows for a lot of creativity, but at the same time, there was this lack mentality that came from that and was passed down to me by saying, you know, we can't afford that, we can't do this, things like that. But further back, so I did a meditation and I went into my lineage and I found out that this goes back further than that. So on my Irish side, which is my dad's side, I asked to see ancestors where this energy was coming from, and it stemmed all the way back to the potato famine in Ireland. I had ancestors there who their crops were all dead. They had no food, and they had to subsist and survive off of whatever they could get their hands on. And so that was that really, that's where that lack really was imprinted. And then on the Greek side, which is my mom's side, I went back and I found out that there was, I don't know, I saw this room in this apartment and it was really dingy and small. And there was a mom there. She had like 4 or 5 kids. And it was just, you know, like they were just trying to make ends meet. It might have been during or around the era of the Great Depression. So again, it's that lack mentality. It's that not having enough, that belief, and that through that experience is imprinted into the consciousness of those ancestors and then passed down through epigenetics in the DNA. So what you can do is you can use that Queen of Swords energy, which is all about cutting things out, and go back through that DNA lineage and heal it at the source. So send abundance and love to those ancestors to shift that past energy, to shift those imprints right at the time that they were created. And then it all dominoes forward into you, and you walk out of that meditation or that session feeling abundant and knowing that you're abundant. And so what I've seen thus far is that manifestation really picking up. As soon as I did that, I started feeling more abundant. I started noticing that I was more abundant. I started having just things just flow easier like that. And even though I had to pay for my car, I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. I have trust, I have faith that the money will come, the abundance will come. Everything is in divine order. So that fear has significantly been alleviated. So that's just an example from my own personal experience, and you guys will have either similar ones or completely different ones, but you'll know what it is for you. And if you don't know what it is for you, then perhaps you should meditate on it and find out what it is. Okay, I actually was meaning to pick this up. So the High Priestess is clarifying the Queen of Swords. Then we have the Tower, again, so 2 towers, Page of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles. So the High Priestess here really speaks of getting into clear communication. They even look similar, just the way that they're both wearing hats and they're both wearing blue. So this is very much about your wisdom within you. And the Queen of Swords is a very wise energy. She's a clear communicator. She's a very clear thinker. Her thought processes are always in alignment. She knows what she's thinking. She knows what she's talking about. She's very powerful. And she has this wisdom from the experience that she's led, knowing when to cut things out and when to put energy into things. So the High Priestess is kind of playing off of that energy and showing us that we can find balance within. We can find this inner wisdom that's represented by the Hierophant and the High Priestess. We have that within us, and it comes down to the divine masculine and the divine feminine aspects of this wisdom and of this balance. Ultimately, we've got the dark and the light pillar. So this is really, really about finding the balance. It's creating the balance so that we can go back and shift things that were creating these imbalances at the root, at the source, going all the way back, using our high priestess abilities, which is very much about mysticism, the occult, you know, doing these psychic rituals through meditation, through quantum healing hypnosis therapy, through Reiki sessions, through Akashic record readings. That is how we can tap into these past aspects of ourselves and bring them forth for healing and to gain understanding, because the healing really comes when you can understand it, because that's when the wisdom comes as well. So this is how we evolve. This is how we grow. We don't need to repeat those old cycles because we learned the lesson. That's the whole point. We've evolved past that, or we are evolving past that right now. So again, we have the Tower, which I forgot to mention also symbolizes enlightenment. That's what this the lightning striking the tower. So this is divine intervention. This is divinely guided information that's really coming in through our inner wisdom, through our communication with our ancestors, with our guides, with our higher self. Again, the Page of Cups is about messages coming through. So listen to your emotions, because the Page of Cups is very much about emotions. So be aware of what you're feeling, because that is how they may be trying to communicate with you. So are you feeling a certain way about something? So like for me, the message was about abundance, and I was feeling fear as it relates to abundance. So I had to look at what the underlying cause of that fear was and where it came from and how I could heal it. And then what I can do to continue moving forward in faith and trust, knowing that I can manifest anything that I want or need, and knowing that I'm being divinely guided. And these are the things that are really the triggers, but the triggers themselves aren't there to scare you or to make you push them away. The triggers are there to bring you this catalyst for change. The triggers are only there to make you aware of the issue, right? So if your body was ill or sick or wounded in some way and you didn't feel the pain, you wouldn't be able to heal it. So you have to have this sensory connection to the wound, and have, you know, a trigger is just having that wound poked or having that wound created, knowing that hurts. I don't, you know, that's not good. That means there's an issue. That means there's something there that needs to be healed. So anytime that you're feeling triggered or you're having these emotional reactions to certain situations, thoughts, anything in that realm, it's very much letting you know that there's something there that's imbalanced and that there's something there that needs to be healed. So feel it to heal it. That's what I always say. You do have to feel it to heal it. So don't be afraid of it, because when you face it and you stand up to that challenge, that obstacle, you're able to move forward. You're able to really get things going a lot faster, and you don't have to stay stuck in that any longer than necessary. As soon as you become aware of the trigger, try to find the root cause of it and then heal it at the source with love, with understanding, with forgiveness. That's how you can move forward consistently, even with these really intense energies. So then we have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is really about standing in the garden of the fruits and enjoying the fruits of your labors. So she is proud of her work. She has achieved much and she has lots to show for it. So this is really a good omen for us. It's showing us that all of the work that we're doing right now, all of these tower moments, all of this manipulation and stuff that's coming up from the collective and within our own lives is coming up to be released. It's not coming up to confirm that that's really bad and that's just what happens. It's coming up so we can heal it. It's coming up so we can let it go. And then moving forward, we're healing deep, deep, deep wounds, not only of our own, but from the past, like I was talking about, past lives as well. So like I said with one of my clients, where I really picked up on several past lives. It was really, really cool, and I wish I could share it. I should actually ask her if I could share that information, because it was really interesting to see how these past lives were affecting her current life and how these things really paralleled and how the karma transferred over. So keep your eye out for that. I may be making a video on that. And if you'd like to have a session with me, we'll see what comes up. And if you're okay with me sharing it, I'd love to make a video series on some of my really intense Reiki sessions, because you really never know what's going to come up. Sometimes it's animal spirit guides and messages about what your purpose is here, or just clearing out your chakras. And sometimes it's really intense past lives that come forward, or galactic origins, or what else has come forward? Yeah, just like really, really cool stories, really cool. And I see it all, it just plays out like a little movie. It's really, really neat. I enjoy my work a lot. So yeah, I guess that's going to be the reading for today. Basically, the overall energy here is just really about letting go of all of that old stuff, because it's ultimately leading us to abundance. It's leading us to building and creating this new earth, because that's very much what that Nine of Pentacles is looking like to me right now. She is the divine balance existing within the new earth, enjoying the fruits of her labors. Like, she put in all this work to heal, and now she's there. She did it. She's content. And then right after that, you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is generational healing. So you're not only healing this just for you, you're healing it for your ancestors, and you heal that all the way back and all the way forward. So anybody who comes after you does not continue these karmic cycles, these generational karmic cycles passed down through the DNA. So for your children, you are healing these. That is huge. That's that right there is, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Inheritance. Like, that's a beautiful inheritance to give them. Yeah, so lots of things happening right now. I'm going to be making an energy update soon. I've just been feeling kind of wiped out from the last couple of days, but today is feeling a lot better. So those of you who saw the post about yesterday and the grogginess and the ascension symptoms, today I'm feeling a lot better. So I hope you guys are too. And I love you. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to book a reading with me, we're still doing that summer sadness pricing, and some of the additional new email readings. Those are really popular so far, so I'm glad you guys are liking those, and the Reiki sessions as well. So all of the information is in the description box below. You can email me and we will get that set up for you. Thank you so much to you guys for watching, for liking, for sharing, for subscribing. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you get updates every time I come out with a new video. And thank you for all of the donations and the support to the channel. I am so eternally grateful to you, and thank you for helping me to heal my abundance blocks. I love you. I honor you. Thank you. Bye, guys. We'll see you next time.